All right. Here. Okay, just to keep everybody on the same page, just a reminder, you do have homework that's coming up in WebAssign. I sent emails out to folks that were still having trouble getting logged into WebAssign. Remember that homework is a big, significant part of the class. I did go in and I have input this getting started in physics 2 and the pre-work for chapter 13. They are in the grade book. Please make sure I type them in correctly. Also, you will notice that I gave for the getting started in physics 2, it's 10 out of 0, which means there are 10 free points for getting that one done. So people got extra credit if they got that one done. So, and don't sweat it because these two are fairly small in points and that works out really well. Also, just another reminder that pre-work is usually due just before class. And you might have kind of watched that just in case that was something out there. But again, there's going to be plenty of extra credit points for WebAssign to be able to deal with that. So that's, yeah, go ahead.
You just talked about the one that was 10 out of 0. It's supposed to be like that in the grade book.
Yeah. And it's in WebAssign, it's going to be 10 out of 10. But it'll be 10 out of 0 and it'll count the points. So it's going to come in as extra credit points.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that should get that should, and the reason I do that is because I want to make sure that people are in WebAssign, and most of you are carrying over from last semester. So it's a case of just making sure that you're in WebAssign. The other thing is I had a question as to where to find the WebAssign connection. It is in here, and there it is, access to book and other learning resources. It's right there. So you want to catch, that's where you want to go to get it. If for there's like I said, several of you still hadn't gotten in, go back and check for your email from the bookstore and make sure that you've gotten the information on how to log into your book. Because we're already 4 days in and we've already had 3 assignments that'll be due, and you're getting your first test. It should be open. So your first test should be open. It's not due till Tuesday, but you want to be able to do your homework before the test is available or before you sit down to take the test. Also, as I pointed out last night, I've gone in and done quite a bit of cleaning. And what I have done in here as well is added the lecture videos. So you've got all your lecture videos. Did I add them in the wrong spot? I guess I did. I did add them in the wrong spot. So my apologies. I added them at the bottom of the spring lectures. But in here you have the video notes. I'll copy them over into the other spot as well. But you have the video notes, and I did some key study topics for sound waves. So if you open that PDF, my computer's in the process of working on something in the background. It has the key topics that we discussed last night. It has key definitions, and it gave you some sample problems that you might anticipate seeing either in the homework or in an exam. So that is, those things are there as well. So you do have that. So those are items associated with our other materials. And if you go to YouTube, they're already in YouTube as well. So that should be doing pretty well. I am adding an assignment, and I am in the process of creating a AI generated explanation on the Doppler effect. It will probably, that's why I said I've got something running in the background. My AI is running in the background. It's creating a Doppler effect video. It should be between 1 and 2 minutes long. And if you want to see how it's doing it, I'm in video right now. It's in the process of already putting it together.
Hey,
So, I'm going to have you all review it. So it just got finished. So I'm going to have you all review it. So what I'm going to ask you to do is look for discrepancies, because you can't take the human out of AI. And we want to teach people how to responsibly use AI and how that works. And so this is an explainer for the Doppler effect. We'll see how it works. I haven't seen it, so everybody's going to watch it, together and look at it. But if you're in here and you open up the assignment, I'm going to have you review section 14.6, which is the text version of the Doppler effect. We're going to discuss it in class tonight, and we'll talk about that as well. I will input it in this video, and then I want you to review it for errors, any misstatements, anything that it said that was incorrect. I want you to point them out for me. I want you to say, if they are, name them. And then I want you to tell me, did it help or hurt? Because these things do, we've got a lot of tools now that are generating things. Being upfront, I just did it. I developed a prompt for it. And this is totally AI generated, and we'll see what happens. And I think this helps us kind of look at both what AI is doing for us, and let's see if it helps or hurts associated with the material. So I really want you to look at that. And that assignment is going to be due Monday, June 30th. But you can already see it's only 55 seconds. The video is 55 seconds, so it shouldn't be too terrible to go through it and get it in there. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and download it now, and we will download, and I will get it in there. And you saw the disclaimer, but those are always fun on the disclaimers, so it will it'll get us going. But you can see how, yeah, it's going to take a little bit to do that. But I think we need to see how these tools are happening and where these tools are coming from. I happen to like InVideo because InVideo has some licensing stuff associated with it that makes it pretty nice. So, and somebody want to come? Where's my that wants to come in? There we go. There we go. All right, so that takes care of what's due, where things are. Oops, I went too far. Went too far. All right, and just as another reminder where something is, the test is right here. It's PDF and it's due on July 1st. So you should be able to access it. It should be able to be open. Because I had it released at, yep, it released early today about 1:45. So it is available and open for you. All right, so hopefully that will help. A couple of questions that I got. One about the simple pendulum. On the simple pendulum, I am expecting the graph. If you were with me the last time, you can utilize your same data from before, but you're going to have to run part of that experiment to get the angles. So you will need to include that. It's just up to you how you did it. It's your data. So I'm okay with that. The other question that I had was about the equations. And when I switch over to the camera to talk about the lab, I will write that out again. So for the equations, And that should help where with some of the information. And then finally, the question was, yeah, so I'll show that equation of motion again here in just a second. And you're doing 3 different lengths, but you only are doing 1 length with 3 angles. You don't have to do 9 different runs. You're doing essentially 6 different runs. So hopefully that will get you there on that one. And I've got some helps for the Doppler effect one here in just a second. Questions about what's due?
I have a question.
Sure.
So I have on my end on Blackboard, it says quiz for simple harmonic motion,
Mhm.
and it says a test on the same day.
Yeah, they are on the same day.
So is that correct though?
Yep.
Okay.
I recommend you doing the quiz before you do the test.
Okay.
Yeah, and the quiz is located right here.
Okay.
Yeah. I just wanted people to have an opportunity to ask questions on Monday before I forced everybody to do everything. But yes, they're due roughly at the same time and all of that, but you can pick and choose when you do them.
Okay.
All right.
I do have one other question, last one.